Our top story here at 6 o'clock. The governor's race is not the only battle playing out in California politics. Ahead of a major legislative deadline this evening, Democrats in the state assembly pushed forward a series of high-profile bills targeting ICE, while also unanimously backing restrictions on social media for teens. 17's Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace has a closer look at the proposals and reaction from both supporters and opponents.
Clerk will open the roll.
The state legislature this week advancing more than 500 bills from their House of Origin ahead of Friday's midnight deadline. Nearly 24 of those bills specifically targeted ICE and President Donald Trump's immigration policies. Among the proposals,
GTFO Act.
That phrase, GTFO, usually is short for Get the Expletive Out. But in this case, it stands for Get the Feds Out Act. Authored by Los Angeles Democratic Assemblymember Mark Gonzalez, the GTFO Act would prohibit federal immigration enforcement officers who served at any point during President Donald Trump's second term from ever being hired by state, county, or local public agencies in California.
This is bigger than politics. It's about drawing a moral line in the sand. And if you choose to terrorize our communities instead of protecting them, California will not employ you.
Republicans say they're outraged by the bill.
Dehumanize, smear, defame federal law enforcement. The second impact would be that it would be harder to recruit and retain police officers, putting our communities at risk. The third impact would be you are inviting a federal civil rights lawsuit.
Other bills that advanced include one requiring hotels to notify workers and guests when ICE or Border Patrol make a reservation on site. Another bill would impose a 50% tax on companies running immigration detention centers in California. And then there's a bill that passed by San Jose Democratic Assemblymember Alex Lee to eliminate state tax breaks for companies that contract with ICE.
We're saying in California, you can make a choice. Either you be part of the deportation machine or you be on the right side of history and keep your tax breaks.
Another bill would restrict ICE from being present at voting centers and private child care facilities without a court order. But Republicans believe the bill violates the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution. They note immigration enforcement is a federal responsibility, adding states cannot interfere with the federal government's ability to carry out those duties.
Don't vilify people who are simply doing their jobs and enforcing the law. And this is wrong. If you pass this law, number one, it's going to get overturned. It will be ruled unconstitutional.
I've heard people say that the Supremacy Clause prevents California from doing anything that's in contradiction to the federal government. That's just not true. It's like demonstrably false.
While there was partisan disagreement over those bills, there was bipartisan agreement over another bill to restrict teens younger than 16 from accessing social media platforms deemed to be addictive.
We see the negative impacts, the consequences that are happening on our kids' development. And so we're going to get something done.
And so now that these bills passed the state assembly, they must start the legislative process all over again in the other chamber, the state senate. Only with approval from there can they reach the governor's desk. At the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.